That was something. Super Mario Blind Kaizo Race by MilkyMooer. I think this is... Oh, I've played this one? Huh, I've played this one. Missing Yumps on week 90? You're bad, lol. Didn't know it was coming, man. Didn't know it was coming. That is annoying. My body is ready. Did I erase this one? Oh, hello. This level you could spin jump off of vines, also like the palette. I guess? Ah, I understand now. It's quite the name. I think I did race this. I have this vague recollection of this now. I don't know if I got trolled at the end. I think I might have. Close. But yeah. This is some Nightmare Before music. Or Nightmare Before Christmas music. Two hours and 9 minutes. Alright, there we go. Question answered. Let's pray I've gotten better since then. So it was week 90. That was a long time ago. What is Banjo-Kazooie music? That's probably it. This is Banjo-Kazooie music. Whoops. Oh wait, that doesn't... But the branch is one of zeros? That's so much easier if you go from the... So much easier if you don't do what I did there. Face the right direction when you're sliding, and your life will be better. I saw it, but I couldn't do anything about it. And immediately it's necessary. But yeah, things are starting to come together for getting all of the stuff I need done by the time I'm going to be on a plane. Because that's Monday. And I have done some of the packing stuff. I found where my passport was today. So I was talking to my bro. He was like, oh yeah, have you done that yet? And I'm like, yeah, I should know where that is. It was where I left it, which is good. But... Ow. But yeah, I went and found it, put it in my backpack, because I'm going to take my backpack with me. I'm not quite certain what level of luggage I want to take. Wait. I can afford to be patient there. I held down! But yeah, I've still got a bunch of other stuff I need to review. Need to finish cleaning. Need to tear down the whole Super Scope setup, which I did promise I would post on Discord. Once I double check the picture, make sure it doesn't have anything incriminating in it. You know how that goes. Dang it, what's that? It's always weird to encounter an old, like, Romhack Races thing that I actually did. Just because it was so long ago that I actually tried doing these. But yeah, other things, flatten computer, install appropriate things. Allegedly, there will be internet on it, on the flight. Which would be nice, because then I could get other stuff done. But worst comes to worst, I'm going to bring, like, some editing projects. Dang it. And other things to keep me entertained. Maybe even a proper book. had a paper book that I've been meaning to read for like 2 years. It's been sitting on the count table over there. And I still haven't read it. Finished it. It's about guy's time in the Park Service. It's an interesting book. One of the parts I did read involves him making friends with a snake. Keep the rats out of his little trailer. I'm not sure I thought about what my next stage of my plan was there. But yeah, it is nice to be done with all of the playing of QLDC. I can say that much at least. Like, I still have a few areas where I need to do stuff with the notes. I need to HTMLify them. There we go. Always nice when you just barely make it. You can just feel it. Precision jumps. Wait, what? Apparently my invuln ran out right when I made the jump. But yeah, basically that cleaning. Got D&D tomorrow. And I did notice that I could, in fact, continue trying to do Pinball Quest badge stuff later into the week. And I'm debating whether or not I want to try. There's a couple I know I could get if I was willing to go inconvenient locations and, like, play the machines there. But the problem is I don't know if I actually want to go all the way out there. Like, Venom I think I could get not terribly difficult. But there's not much I could do with that. Because the other Venom I have access to, the Venom, or Carnage doll is busted. So you can't slam it all the way to the origin point where it'll start a multi-ball. Like, basically it's start a mini wizard mode, which isn't hard. Literally building a character sheet right now. Oh, nice! What system? Building character is what camping is about. 5e? Nice, nice. What are you going for? We play 5e. I don't know if we like it all that much, but we play it. Campaign. Ah. But yeah, I always liked how Calvin's dad wanted him to go camping to build character, and Calvin never did. There's our H. Still have to actually play a campaign? Yeah. They're fun. What am I doing? Oh, God! Okay, I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, I've only ever really played in, like, three different played a lot of campaigns, but it's been the same people. When I was an intern, I played a brief 4E campaign. A guy really, really, really wanted to play, and was like, you know, I'm willing to try this. But yeah, no one... I think we only played one session, and it was fine. I made Bob Boberson, the fighter. Getting closer. I got many steps closer once. And then, oh right, and he's spinning. Character's a rogue, plan to make her arcade trickster, multi with fighter. Oh, nice. When I get back from Japan, my plan is to not pick up anything new SMW related and get some requests done. To be fair, that was my plan this month too, but then it didn't end up working out for various reasons. Namely that I got so far behind on other things and then wandered off to play pinball, which definitely didn't help. That vine is a trap. Battlemaster and Fighter maneuvers and Bulk. Oh, nice. But yeah, thank you for the 14 months. Always amazes me to see these gigantic numbers. And I still don't have any newer badge things. My brother-in-law made those, the shrooms. And then I never haven't gotten around to getting more. He says he'll do it one day, and I'm like, yeah, sure you will. He's got a kid. And had a new job and everything, so... Not terribly surprising that it's low on his list of priorities. But he could probably knock it out in, like, 15 minutes if he wanted to, too, so... And the kid's getting older. Getting close to... 3? Yeah, like 2.5 or something. Okay. Oh! I didn't get the V-switch. Follow age? You've been following since January 31st, 2021. So, not quite 4 years, but close. Oh yeah, 4 years. It's March. What am I doing? Leap years do not affect it that much. 4 years and change. It's one of those things I could actually implement, and I don't feel like it. As has been demonstrated, there's a great number of things I need to do, and I just haven't really gotten around to doing them. Okay. It's right between. How many sections there are? Ah, nope. So they added the added day of the leap year is actually in the middle of February, not at the end. No, I assume days were fungible, so it didn't really matter which side you put it on. Oh, I love how insane the rules are for that. Every 4 years, except if it's every 100 years. But then again, if it's every 400 years, we do this. I should have trusted that. There we go. But yeah, getting done with Baldur's Gate would definitely help the request queue a significant amount. I briefly thought I was big, just because her hair is so huge. Okay. Okay, well... Nope, that didn't help. It's a tradition that on that day, women can ask men out. Oh, interesting. The Sadie Hawkins kind of day. Of course, we're modernists here. It's okay for that to happen any day of the year. Okay. Oh, I did the right thing on accident. Woo! Let's go, she. This is one of those you must feed the Yoshi sections. All right. Some straight, like women can wear pants? Yeah, I know. I thought they stopped doing that in like the 60s. Goodbye, Yoshi. Let's at least take a look ahead. Throw up. Okay, so that's where Yoshi gets used. I'm old enough that I had teachers complain about having to wear like those gigantic skirts back in the day. Or that they didn't want to have to wear a skirt because they wanted to play on the jungle gym or something. And how amazing it was to have corduroys after dealing with that for so long. Okay, well, no, wait, we already know what's ahead. I just need to do that, and then, yeah. No information gained or lost there, just not helpful. One thing I can say is, between the remaining QLDC stuff and Romhack races and a couple other things, I am at least set on YouTube stuff until I get back. So, that CLDC evening helped a lot with that respect. Got about half of the editing done with that. Ow. Those will take a bit longer. It's one of those, like, if I could do it on the plane, that really wouldn't be bad. But I have a lot of things that I want to do on the plane, so... Yoshi, spare me! I saw what was going to happen there, Yoshi. I was ready. Goodbye, Yoshi! Oh, hello. Oh. They only wear skirts and programmer socks. Of course. Men have always worn skirts. They're just called kilts, laddie. Lassie, or whatever. There we go. Okay. Goodbye, hello. Dang it. Goodbye Hello definitely sounds like a band and a title track. Oh, and Chex Quest. I forgot about Chex Quest, but Chex Quest is in there somewhere. And who is Oscar Lake, which that's one of those things that really needs to happen, like tomorrow, is go and hook up the scanner and finally scan the CD so I can upload it properly to archive.org. So the thing you do is you need you need a proper scan of the CD if you're going to upload the thing, and I already have the ISO here, so I just need to do it. Then everyone who wants to will be able to play Who is Oscar Lake German Edition, just by going to archive.org and downloading it, running it. And it might work on your computer, but who knows? Nope, there's no guarantees. There are no promises. There is no license, there is no warranty. There's just Oscar Lake. That, I guess, also the swapper. Dang it! But the swapper's gonna take a little more time, because that needs, like, chapter-type stuff. And Who is Oscar Lake does, but it's very minimal. No. Surprisingly difficult, that. But yeah, I'm gonna go to D&D tomorrow. The D&D last week was actually really nice. I was at our DM's house, which hasn't happened very often since he's got 3 kids. And his kids were all being adorable. One of them, because they normally eat at a table, but the kids were eating at like a tiny table, and then one of them's got like a little floor, or little like car seat kind of thing. It's not a high chair because it's not high up, but yeah. And the cat was sneaking eats. The cat was stealing her taco. There we go. Alright. Dag nabbit! Well, at least I didn't have to use the Super Scope for that. Definitely thing I learned is I do not like the Super Scope. Or at least it's not good in my setup. But at least I have it next time someone decides to QLDC up one. But definitely the mouse, or possibly the Sound Coon, are better gambles. I mean, it's just kind of funny that there is an IR blaster for that. Like, I wonder how hard it would be to, like, take that. I can't believe she caught that. And make it a general purpose. Like, whatever your project needed, IR blaster. I mean, to be fair, you don't have to run off a Super Nintendo, but massive style points for that kind of thing. Ow! Alright, I know what's coming at least. I know what to do. This obstacle I don't like. It just takes long if you mess it up. What? Yeah, maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll participate instead of judging. Judging's a lot. Like, QLDC judging of all of the things is definitely the chillest. By far, because the stakes are so low. But that being said, all judging is a bit stressful just because there's a lot you have to do. I cannot believe I am stuck in the exact same spot. Actually, no, thinking about it now, I can't totally believe I'm stuck in the exact same spot. Wait, why was it indicating I need to spin jump there? No! Oh, what else? What else? Now, when I get back, one thing that's very high on my list of priorities is to greatly improve the wire mess that is to my right. Like, dealing with the super scope and rewiring everything definitely got me thinking I need to finally bite the bullet and fix it. There's way too many cables. An awful lot of them I don't know what they do, or they dead end. I found a splitter while I was doing that had no actual purpose in my system. None whatsoever. So I took it out. Turned out to be really helpful when I needed to couple something else later. But... oh. That was the opposite of brilliant. But yeah, like, it's one of those things where I just kept putting it off, and it's just become a gigantic nightmare. So I'm going to take it down and redo stuff. And also I'm going to take the Xbox out, because the Xbox is dead. And we'll get rid of some wire mess. But it's one of those things you can just let go by for years and just not think about. And then one day you're just like, oh god, it's so awful. There we go. Got my H. I was prepared for that H. It was a preparation H. Wonder what that thing's going poof right at the beginning is. I let go of Y. I need to... wait, I need to let go of Y. Huh. Could be a very fractional letting go of Y, I suppose. I actually looked up that Doom mod I talked about while playing Chex Quest. Oh god, okay. And I had forgotten how all the other characters were dressed. Because they put proper, like, sports shorts on Pinky. But then the other ones got such ridiculous outfits. The Mancubus got the worst of it. Got a Borat-style mankini, or sling bikini. It's definitely something you don't want to see, is a Mancubus in a sling bikini. Mankini. Yeah, dude seemed to be having fun playing it. A little bit to the right. Oh, what else? Oh, that's something, I guess. Oh, what? Okay. Okay, I need to maintain the distance, the speed. Don't have a folder of art? No, bizarrely enough. Don't think I kept the Mancubus Mankini folder around. That was more of a... it was a 2020 thing, you know? People grow out of things. Oh, I need to hang out there. And jump on the shell when it's kicked. Okay. Hate that one muncher. He blends in well. In fact, I know why the Muncher's there now I think about it. It's to make it so the Goomba here has more time to walk across. Because otherwise I just walked off. That jump would be easier. Oh, thank you for the follow. Enjoy your fish. They actually shut up this time. They might be haunted, but you can still enjoy them. Boink. Ow. Yeah, it'd probably be nice to get set up properly to play Doom on this machine as opposed to the Windows 98 one. It's a slightly different experience. It's like, I'm not set up for it. One of the great many things. Still hoping I beat my time from last time I did this. The thing is, I often remember, like, the very beginning or very ending of a race, but I never really remember the middle parts. Like, none of this rings a bell. But, like, I think there was one, I think it was a Orca Bin level. I vaguely remember. Because I definitely got by the troll at the end by defrosting too many things and walking off badly. That was during the race. When I played it again, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. Alright, so I can't do that. Ugh. Maybe I should go back to the CRT. You know, actually, I kind of want the Super Scope thing as like a Chat Axe module now. That would be so funny. I was debating if I wanted to try and submit Chat Axe to... Okay, one more bonk. To GDQ this year. I tried once. Didn't really get much of a response, but people did notice the VOD, which was kind of fun. But I haven't recorded one recently, and it's not, like... doesn't necessarily put Chat Axe on its best foot. I use one of the older ones. I mean, I could use the GPW3 one. That one's not unreasonable. Okay, I think I've seen a jump. Normal? Yeah, normal GDQ. Very much a why not? Submitting hotfix is probably a smarter move. But I'm thinking about going to GDQ anyway. Hail Mary can't hurt. How would it work? You know, that's a really valid question. What I think I would probably do is mostly just have the people on the couch handle that part. The chat hackering. Find proficient ones, because there are a few people who are going who know how chat hacks works. Just a few. Okay, how do I do that? But other than that, nah, I'm not really sure. Hotfix would be easier because then I'm still using mostly the at-home setup, I will admit that. And that would make it a lot easier. That timing is gonna kill me. Well, I just need to do it like right after he kicks it, right? Whee! Okay, I got that part. Oh, don't have that part. But yeah, just trusted people for the most part would be my answer. There's plenty of them at GDQ. If someone needs a laptop, they wouldn't be able to use mine, but you know. It's not that much wire mess. Okay, one. Dang it. The timing there is tricky. But like I said, Hail Mary. I'd figure it out if and when it was accepted. I think I could find enough volunteers in the audience who know what they're doing. Or it could be easily taught, because there's just a non-trivial number of hackers that go. Like, on the off chance that, like, I don't know, let's say Carl Sagan wanted to participate. He's probably bright enough that I could explain this to him once or twice and it would stick. Not sure his level of complexity regarding computer stuff, but, you know, likes physics. It's a good sign. It would technically be, well, I mean, we'd still be using the chat interface for it. I wouldn't be changing that part. It'd be a lot trickier to not have it plugged in that way. Who knows, it would turn on the audience, general audience participation for a few minutes, just to see the chaos that ensues. Which would probably be fine. Like, safe mode is pretty dang safe at this point. Maybe one small and then two large bonks. It's like doing that by eye, I'm not convinced is going to work for me. To spam the front page of Carl with GDQ branded. That's fair. I mean, safe mode doesn't let people load modules, which is why it's safe. Alright, well that worked. Kind of. Like, the purpose of safe mode is for marathon safety. It's to prevent anything really bad from happening. To be fair, I can't prevent kind of bad. But really bad is very possible to fix. Oot. Ow. I wonder how long this is. That's one thing they used to... Well, now I think they say is how many sections. But back then it was just the number. Even though the difficulty number was derived in part from the number of sections. It was like difficulty of execution, braininess, and number of sections, and then you average those together somehow to get the number, the one number. And now they expose two of the numbers, but they don't have the third number back there if they need it, I guess? I see something that I may have missed before. I wonder if I could just take the shell off the Koopa. Still wonder what's blowing up back there. Really hoping that's the last trick of the section. Yeah, GDQ just kind of works out time-wise this year because I need to go to the East Coast around there anyway. I was thinking about going to a GDQ, but it was just too much. I'd have to find some random place to be during the week after. And... Dang it! I just needed to not back left right there. Whereas this, like, go to GDQ for some of it. Maybe not all of it, but some of it. And then, go off to the East Coast for a bit after. Also occurs to me that some of the longest break from streaming I'll have taken in a very long time going to Japan, because I'm going to be there for about more than 2 weeks, more than 3 weeks. I do not intend to stream. Like, I'm not installing OBS on that machine or anything. Dagnabbit. I think the longest time before that might have been when I got, like, really sick, or maybe when I was on my car trip. I did stream a couple of times. I think once from my brother's basement. Did a Romhack race, in fact. Might have been the Moving Castle. I have to check the date on that. And then gone around your birthday? Most likely. I think I get back on the 24th. So I'll be most of April. And then it's one of those, if my jet lag isn't so bad, April 9th, yeah, I'll be back after Easter. Not sure when Easter is this year. April 20th. Ah, there we go. Easter's funny because of how the way it's calculated. It's the Sunday after the first new moon? Full moon? After Ash Wednesday. So it does not have an easy way of saying exactly when it's going to be in any given year. That's... There's a few other ones where, like, the rule is, like, the last Friday of the month or something. But I think Easter takes the cake in terms of complicated holiday algorithm stuff. By the way, Exchange supports saying, like, every other Easter and it gets the dates right. No. But yeah, it should be fun. Yeah, I haven't gone and done the tourist thing in a long-ass time. Last time I went on, like, a tour thing out of country, or did, you know, whatever, was, it's always the 4th day of the 20th month. It was the 13th day of the 13th month. 13th year. We're at the PATA meeting to discuss the improperly printed calendars. Ugh, lousy March weather. Yeah, last time was when I went distillery tour in Scotland. Oh, so many years ago. That one was nice because I managed to, not suffer so much jet lag. I still didn't feel great when I got there. But instead of traveling from Seattle, I traveled from Tampa on Thomas Cook Airlines, which I'd never actually heard of before that point. Except, immediately thereafter, I was reading Have Spacesuit Will Travel. And in that book, Thomas Cook Airlines took, basically, you could put down a deposit on a trip to the moon. And one of the characters in the book had, in fact, well, her father had, in fact, done that. No, wait, no. They actually offered chartered trips to the moon. Our protagonist doesn't get there that way, of course, because the book is entitled Have Spacesuit Will Travel. He instead gets abducted by aliens that take him to the moon and beyond. But it's a fun book. Short. What am I doing? Why am I trying to... I need to eyeball it. I cannot do what I want to do there. But yeah, the Thomas Cook airline was really weird. The first thing they said, I was getting on board, big old jet. The classic, 242 configuration, at least in the area I was in. Still way better than the 353. I don't want to be on one of those. In my case, I splurged a little bit to get Economy Plus this time. And, yeah, I have a window seat in the 2-row. I prefer aisle, but no. Even when I booked, it could have been worse. Could have been worse. Boink. Oh, anyway, yeah, the things... You might notice this weird cube in the middle of the... airplane. That's our stairs to the bathroom. There's only 4 planes in the world that have this, and we own all of them. I'm just like, what an odd thing. And yes, stairs, bathroom. That was the configuration. Also, the crew quarters was down there. So they got to listen to all of us pee. They were trying to sleep. What now? Okay, well, I got, but it wasn't that bad. Oh, the tree! I remember this now. I forgot about the evil tree. It's Truigi, judging by the face there. I forgot how this worked. At least we get new music. I want to jump back on the bullet. But yeah, it was a really good deal from Florida. One of the nice things about traveling that way is that the time difference isn't quite as onerous. It's 5 hours when you're going east, as opposed... Oh, 5 or 4 depending on the time of year, but I think we went post-daylight savings time. And so, like, you're not missing that many hours. Japan is something like 14 hours off, which is a lot trickier to work with. But I travel west a lot better than I travel east, categorically. So I'm not too worried. I'll probably not have a happy day afterwards, but, like, I arrive at, like, 6 p.m. And 6 p.m. isn't bad. Like, I'll get off the plane, go check into my hotel. Or possibly not. I've got a friend in Tokyo, I remembered, and I need to message him again, because I tried to get Line to work, and it did not work. And an internet. I also need to get an eSIM. I am not paying AT&T costs internationally. We have solutions in this day and age. I asked my sister if she'd done that. Not that it matters, not like I'm going for a group rate or anything. But one of those things just to consider. Some countries I'd bother. Scotland, I didn't. I really didn't. There was enough Wi-Fi and stuff, and I needed to turn on my phone like once or twice to make a call. It wasn't that big of a deal. Actually, no, I just used Google Voice. I forgot about that. But in Japan, here's the problem. For anyone who's never been to Japan. Japan has an addressing scheme that is absolutely insane. They tell you, like, the area of the city it's in. But then, beyond that, then you have the block number and then where it is in the block number. One, the block numbers were not assigned contiguously. So, like, it's not like, oh yeah, block number 4 is next to 5, next to 6. No, they're all randomly assigned. And then the building numbers are also randomly assigned within the block. So, even Japanese people don't navigate well without maps. So having Google Maps is kind of worth it, especially if you're trying to find something specific. I was actually looking at a little, call those things, this little, like, ads. Like the concert ads that people put on poles and stuff. One of the guys I follow on Twitter is performing at one of those, and even has a little map to show you where to go. Because they don't know. What's up, Boosius? How you doing? Thank you for the good luck. It's been good. I beat all the QLDC, did some testing for Jamie, and now it's not easy being green. Dang it. But no, it's insane I had fun trash. The trash can thing is actually really weird. My understanding of that is it's because of the subway sarin attacks that some cult did? There's definitely, like, more... I don't know if, like, cults just fell off entirely in the United States after the 80s, but, like, they still were around and doing weird stuff in Japan well into the 90s. And Korea, of course, but, you know, that's a whole different hell of beans. But honestly, if you need a trash can, you just duck into your nearest company and they got them there. And there's more than enough convenience stores to go around. Alright, now what do we do here? This is all new to me. I needed one of those. Nope. But as with everything, it depends on, like, where you're at. Just before that, Buddy lived there and explained there it's not about enabling garbage disposal. You take out your trash, take it home and throw it away there. Interesting. I was pretty sure it had to do with sarin, but... And of course, Japan also has some of the more complicated garbage handling laws. Like, Like, you sort your stuff into burnable and non-burnable trash and recycling. And it's not like America where if you mess up, they take it anyway. They won't take it. They'll leave you a note explaining why they didn't take it. And you will feel great shame from everyone else who lives near you. As a tourist, not much of a problem for me. I just throw my trash away where it's necessary, but still. Like, in America, we're lucky enough to mostly deal with the single stream, which isn't the best for actually recycling, but it is hella convenient. Hard to knock it from that perspective. Dang it! But yeah. There we go. That was lucky. No, I saw it. But yeah. There's only one bit I'm not entirely 100% on. It's one of my sisters planning to meet her friends in Osaka, but she's flying into Tokyo. Reason being that there were no direct flights for her to Osaka. Me and everyone else that she's going with is flying from Seattle. And of course, you know, there's Seattle Osaka flights daily. But she's from East Coast, going East Coast, so like your options are a little more limited. Dang it. I want to re-grab there, not grab there. Okay. Didn't do that, right? So I'm not sure if she like is immediately going to want to get on a train to Osaka or not. And so that's kind of a deal. Also, the 5th is the one day that the Weird Museum might be open. Also was planning to check to see if some of the stuff from Hello Damage's underground cool stuff thing was still around. But I'm not sure how many of them would have survived the last 10 years. Maybe more. But it would have been cool. So close. But also the plan now isn't very good here. But either way, I need to message him tomorrow. Because just I haven't gotten back to him. I don't have an international number. Okay, that thing's gonna cause problems if it explodes. Okay. Oop. Dang it! I didn't trust it. Oh, anything else is cool? Not really. I need to do taxes. That's one of the things I need to do before I leave. It's not a complicated tax. Well, it's a mild... Oh, I need to talk to him about that. There's mild complication with some of my taxes that I don't know exactly how to handle, nor do I know where I'd get the appropriate form for, so that's a bit of a problem. A very weird sort of investment. And no, not crypto. I briefly bought someone's loan, which is a weird thing to say. I've got a buddy who has a real estate company, and they needed to float on a specific loan. Looked them up and looked at their credit and everything. It's the kind of thing you can do when you're an investor. So no problems there. No, I need to jump on the bullet. But kind of weird to hold on to someone's loan. I've changed this somehow and it's not working anymore. Part of the mob? Yeah, for like 10 minutes. It was okay. Didn't even get my suit. But that specific thing, especially when they sold it back, it's a complicated, and I don't know how to deal with that specific instance, because it's not a very common thing, buying someone's loan. On an individual basis, this is more of something that banks do, Freddie, Fannie. Individual investors, I don't think are a very large portion of people who do, of the groups who do this. It's usually sold in like, that was it. That was the trick. And then I don't have to deal with it there. And then these will run into my butt. Messed up. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how to declare that for tax purposes. All there is to it. But tax day is coming up, so something I need to figure out. For some reason, I thought it was May, but no, it's April. April. No. But yeah, my plan is to file my taxes to the best of my abilities, and then amend if need be when I get back. I typically overpay with taxes, so like the IRS isn't going to get mad at me. But that's on the list. Get that computer done. You do some laundry. You know, the usual. Just need to find a good time to do the laundry. Like, I might tomorrow. So I was thinking Saturday I'd like to do a daytime stream. For the moderation thing that I need to get done. It'd be good to actually get at a puzzle thing when I'm not dead tired for once. Well, or even alive tired, really. I'm trying to remember if there was a midway after the tree fight. Nope. But I digress. It's one of those things where like I feel like I have a lot of time, but I also intellectually know. Gotta launder your money then. I am not improving things here, am I? I always love that scene from Office Space where they talk about laundering money. They're like, you need to find someone who knows how to launder money. And like this guy comes by selling magazine subscriptions because he used to be a crack dealer. And the dude's like, no, I finally explains it to them like, no, I don't know how to launder money. Look, this whole thing's a scam. I'm a computer programmer. I make way more money selling magazines pretending to be an ex-crack dealer. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's an interesting moment in the 90s where having a perfectly adequate job was the worst thing you could possibly have. Maybe need to re-grab there. I made that part way harder than it needed to be. There we go. We're at the vine part. This part is simply divine. Your dad did them for you? First time without realizing? Oh! Asked you for your driver's license. I mean, depending upon your tax situation, it can often just be easier if you know what you're doing. If you got a couple, like a W-2 and an int 1099, you're basically done. This is what most people do. You know, standard deduction on top of that. Depending upon dependents and all that jazz. Which is good, you know, like, ideally taxes should not be hard. In my ideal world, the IRS would send me a tax bill thinking what they think I owe them. And then I would send them back a thing saying, lol, no I don't. And for most people it'd be dead on, like I said. 1099 int, W-2. Like, it's only once you start having more complicated tax situations where it actually matters. Dang it. That's how it works there? That's nice. It's unfortunate, but we have a large number of tax preparers that have been lobbying to make it more difficult. Basically, like, most people know roughly what their taxes are if they have fancy taxes. And the IRS is largely going to calculate the correct number for anyone who doesn't. So it'd save everyone a lot of money if they sent that out first in, like, oh, I don't know, before April 15th. At the beginning of the new year. Well, it wouldn't necessarily be the beginning, because it takes everyone a little while to get W-2s out. But, like, every W-2 I've ever had has also been sent to the IRS, so they already know what's up. Like, the IRS has all the same documentation as me, I just have to go through a complicated process. I didn't do that right. Of demonstrating that I know that they do. So, it's not a good system. Of course, we should just abolish the IRS. Save everybody the time and money. Especially the IRS. Think of all the money the IRS could save by not doing taxes. Bam, done. On TikTok, how people says how much the IRS money when they... People say that the IRS says that people owe them money when they turn 18, but never how much. What? I mean, one, I think I even had to fill out taxes before then. Though part of it depends upon whether or not someone else is taking you as a dependent. That changes some things. If you're claimed as a dependent, then it's different. So I could see that, but it's gonna cause a problem. Crap. Yeah, that sounds like that's not legit. I know when I turned 18, they sent me a razor and said you need to join selected service. Which, as far as ways of being informed, you gotta sign up for the possibility of war. Could be worse. At least I got a razor out of it. Don't think I'll ever get drafted, thankfully. It's a joke of some sort. Honestly, it sounds like a call center scam kind of thing. It's not uncommon, unfortunately. Just way too many third world call centers sending people stuff and hoping that they'll bite. Not a fan, as you might be able to guess. Okay. The problem with the way I'm doing this, it's very possible it may hose me near the end, because things will not line up the way I need them to. Go. Right. You've probably been getting a lot of scam calls lately, and it's a bit worrying. Yeah, that's the problem, is like, in all honesty, If I had anyone elderly in my life, I would literally say, look, we're just going to authorize the numbers that are important. Everything else is going to voicemail. And if it's not someone whose name you recognize, call me first. And we'll scan it together. Because, yeah, they're not good people. Preying on the ignorant and the old. This reminds me of the big hullabaloo they made over the do not call list. Oh boy, wasn't that such a great thing. What still pisses me off is caller ID used to work, and now it doesn't, and I don't know why. Like, it used to work like 15 years ago. It would tell you the number or who was actually calling, and now it doesn't. It always says just number. Like, I just don't know why. Like, I want that information. You used to have it, now you don't. It's a pretty good joke in the Boondocks about caller ID. Because one of the characters' granddad kept prank calling Rosa Parks over a beef he had with her many, many years ago. Which is honestly pretty funny. Always does that. Says, please put me on a do not call list. Think it's boring. You can tackle them back. Yeah. Boga handles them pretty well. So he's one of those guys who just, like, tries to waste scammers' time. Or I like the guy who counterhacks them. It's their information. Because usually they're not terribly secure either. But yeah, that whole scene is great. He was supposed to be on that bus. And he was, but nobody cared. Which is just a really funny setup joke. There's another bit where he's late to a protest because he went home to get his raincoat. It's like, they've been doing the hoses thing all week. I thought everybody would be wearing their raincoats. Got the silly yellow plastic raincoat, just down. It's a weird cartoon. It's a weird cartoon. You know what this makes me want to do? Like, play an actual Castlevania game. It's been a while. The last one I played was on 360. It was a weird, like, loot game. Like, you played the same maps over and over, trying to get better loot. Ah! Oh, okay. Ah. Ah. Aim for the head? What?! Oh, I just need to turn around. I would have been safe. Okay, well, that's the end of the level. I know what to do now. For most of this. I just panicked. Like Doki Doki Panic. Which is honestly so much weirder than Mario 2 if you ever play it. You can't run. I'm not saying you need to run to make a platformer good, but it sure helps. Oh, that's the other thing. You can call a phone number from any effing phone number. Like, any number. I don't know why they haven't closed this loophole. Like, especially when it's through Twilio. It's like, bro, you know who owns what numbers. You guys made us buy them from you, or transfer them to you. So you know, but you want to pretend you don't know so I can call you from 11189998764597253. But I don't know why texting has been locked down, seriously, on the Twilio API side, which is a bit of a drag. Because, like, previously I could use text stuff to, like, inform me of things, but, I switched to using Discord for that ages ago. It works adequately as an alert system. What? That was the first time I've died to one of those. Going up my butt in that section. But yeah. Much better. Three levels of suffering on Konami: being a Castlevania fan, being a Metal Gear Solid fan, being a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. You're not wrong. Unless you like pachinko machines! Yeah, I was late. Oink, doink, slink, crank. Alright, cool. There are 4 levels of suffering. Being a pachinko fan. Go. No, I need to be lower in there. Something I'm going to do while I'm there, I'm going to play some pachinko. Never done it. I want to try it. I don't think I'll like it all that much. Fun fact, when my father came back from Japan in the 70s, he brought back with him a bunch of pachinko balls. Basically, they were outside a pachinko parlor one day and just like, oh, there's a bunch of balls in the dirt here. So they just picked up a bunch and took them with. They didn't really know anything about pachinko. Beyond, it existed. Oh. Nope. More like gambling addict. That's a type of suffering, I suppose. But yeah, I later took them all and put them inside of a large, honey dinosaur. Because when you bought honey from this guy in Vernal, Utah, he had plastic dinosaurs that he would put them in. As opposed to plastic bears, as you do with honey. Still somewhere in his house, there is the dinosaur full of pachinko balls. Maybe I'll bring him a couple to have for just in case he needs more. There we go. It's not been playing slots? No, it's not, but it's different at least. Oh, thanks for the GG. My hand's kind of hurt. I don't know if my body was ready. My body was ready to do anything that didn't involve the Super Scope. Graphics, Carl, 320, 9, 23, Brutal Pode, Dr. Tapeworm, Aki Knight, Music Wakana, and Dan the Vip. Uber SM by Russian Man, Sprites by Kevin, Aki Knight, and Silly Mel, and Blocks by Major252. How long did this take me? No. It took me less than an hour. Well, it took me a bit more than an hour. That's not bad! Let's see, 20, 48... Yeah, we'll round it. About an hour 10. Maybe a little bit less. What was the thing here? Well, yeah, definitely beat my old time by about an hour, which was about 2 hours 10. And this would have put me, just around Ender of Games. That's not bad. Yeti Buka demolished this in 15 minutes. Louis only took 25. God. Well, oh, really? Savarticus. Huh, I didn't know he was in SMW. A million years ago. But yeah, that was fun. Nice little blast from the past. I'm never sure it's okay to compare times quite like this, because I spend more time reading chat and looking down than I did when racing, but I do think I've gotten at least marginally better than I was when this race was happening. yeah. That's all I gotta say about that.